The sheet came down, and I said, "That's him." My phone buzzed in my hand. "That's not me. Run. I'm Margaret, 72, standing in a morgue that's too quiet, staring at my brother's face, while a coroner waits for my signature. Like this is routine, like I didn't just feel something go wrong in my chest. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. They told me he fell. No witnesses. Closed case. But the man on the table looks right and still not right. And now my brother is texting me while lying dead in front of me. My fingers move before I can think. Who is this? The reply comes instantly. No time. They're watching you. Behind me, the coroner steps closer. "Mrs. Ellis," he says, too calmly. "I'll need that confirmation now." My screen lights up again. If you sign that, you won't be able to undo it. My hand hovers over the clipboard. The pen feels heavier than it should, like it's waiting for me to make a mistake I can't take back. I force myself to look at the body again, really look this time. Thomas had a small scar above his right eyebrow, a childhood accident. I remember cleaning the blood myself. This man doesn't have it. My stomach tightens. "Is something wrong?" Dr. Hale asks. His tone is polite, but there's an edge under it now. Something watchful. I swallow. "The lighting," I say. "It's harsh." He doesn't respond, just watches. My phone vibrates again, sharper this time, like it knows I'm hesitating. "Margaret, listen to me. You already made a mistake by saying yes. Don't make it worse." A mistake. I already confirmed it out loud. I glance toward the door, and there's a security guard standing there now. I don't remember him being there before. He isn't looking at the body. He's looking at me. Trapped. "Mrs. Ellis," Dr. Hale says again, quieter this time, stepping closer. "I need your signature." My phone lights up one more time. "If you want to stay alive, act normal. Sign it and walk out." I look down at the name printed on the form. Thomas Ellis, my brother, or whoever they need him to be. My hand starts to move. I sign it. The pen scratches across the paper louder than it should, like it's echoing in the room. I keep my face steady, even as something inside me twists tight. Dr. Hale takes the clipboard almost immediately, like he's been waiting for that exact moment. "Thank you, Mrs. Ellis," he says. And just for a second, just a second, his shoulders drop in relief. That's what scares me. I slide my phone into my coat pocket, forcing myself not to look at it again. Not here, not with them watching. "What happens next?" I ask. "Standard procedure," he replies smoothly. "We'll finalize documentation, notify the necessary officers." Necessary officers. The security guard opens the door, but he doesn't step aside fully. I have to angle my body to get past him, brushing his arm. It's solid, intentional. He's not just standing there, he's blocking. I walk down the hallway without rushing. My phone vibrates again. I don't check it until I push through the front doors and feel cold air hit my face. Only then do I pull it out. Good. "Don't go home." I type as I walk. "Where are you?" 3 dots appear, disappear. Then, close, but not safe. I stop at the edge of the sidewalk, map my eyes scanning the street without moving my head. That's when I see it. A black sedan parked across from the building, engine running, windows dark, waiting. You were supposed to question the body, the next message comes through. Now they think you won't. A sharp memory cuts through me. Thomas on the phone 2 weeks ago, his voice low. almost irritated. Maggie, details matter. If anything ever feels off, don't just accept it. I didn't listen. I looked down at the folded copy of the death certificate they handed me. My name is already printed beneath witness identification. Everything neat, official, final, too final. I unfold it, scanning quickly. Time of death, 6:20 p.m. My breath catches. Thomas texted me at 8:03 p.m. last night. I remember exactly what it said. Call you tomorrow. That's not possible. My phone buzzes again. They know you're hesitating. I look up. The driver's door of the sedan opens. Get rid of the certificate. It's how they track you. The man stepping out looks directly at me and starts walking. My fingers tighten around the paper. I have exactly 1 second to decide. I drop the certificate, not casually, deliberately. I crumple it once and shove it deep into the nearest public trash bin without breaking stride. By the time I look up, the man is already crossing the street. I turn sharply and walk into the first place I see, a crowded cafe. The noise hits me all at once, voices, cups clattering, a machine hissing steam. Good. Noise means cover. I move to the counter, not ordering, just standing there, like I belong. My reflection in the glass display looks steady. It doesn't show the way my pulse is racing. My phone vibrates again, then it rings. Unknown number. I hesitate, then answer, keeping my voice low. Hello, a breath. Then, Maggie. Everything inside me locks. It's Thomas, not a recording, not a trick. His voice, strained, quieter than I've ever heard it, but his. You don't have time, he says. Listen carefully. I grip the edge of the counter. Where are you? I can't say, not yet. The body you saw, it's not me. They needed you to confirm it. My eyes flick toward the cafe window. The man from the sedan is outside now, scanning through the glass. Who are they? I whisper. There's a pause, just long enough to feel wrong. Someone inside, Thomas says. Someone who can make it legal. A cold weight settles in my chest. What are you talking about? The estate, he says. My accounts. The will. If I'm declared dead, everything transfers automatically. My mind jumps, fast, instinctive. Daniel, his son, my nephew. He'd been handling Thomas's finances for months, showing up uninvited, asking questions no one asked before, too involved, too eager. Daniel, I say, barely audible. Thomas doesn't answer directly. He's not alone. The coroner, you saw how fast he pushed you? I glance back at the counter. My hands are shaking now. They needed your identification, Thomas continues. Without it, it's delayed. With it, it's done. Done. Outside, the cafe door swings open. The man steps inside. My breath catches as his eyes move across the room and land on me. Why not go to the police? I ask quickly. They already filed the report, Thomas says. On paper, I'm dead. And you confirmed it. The man starts walking toward me, slow, certain. There's proof, Thomas says, his voice tightening. A safety deposit box. It has everything, documents, records. Where? I whisper. But the man is close now. Too close. Thomas speaks faster. If they reach you first, the line cuts. I lower the phone slowly as the man stops just a few feet away from me and says, calm and quiet, Mrs. Ellis, we need to talk. I don't answer him. Instead, I knock my chair backward as I stand, the sharp crash snapping heads in my direction. Every eye in the cafe turns, including his. Good. I move fast, slipping past a startled couple and heading straight for the back hallway. marked restrooms/exit. I hear him behind me now, quicker, no longer pretending. Ma'am, stop. I don't. The back door slams open, and cold air hits me again. I step into a narrow alley, already raising my arm. A taxi slows at the corner. I wave hard. Occupied or not, I need the car. The driver hesitates just long enough for me to pull the back door open and get inside. Go, I say, breath tight. Just go. He pulls away. In the rearview mirror, I catch a glimpse of the man stepping out into the alley too late. I don't relax. Where to? The driver asks. Maple Street, I say automatically. Then I stop. No, that's home. They said don't go home, I mutter, more to myself than him. Change of plan. Take me to First National Bank on Hawthorne. He glances at me in the mirror, confused, but nods. As the car moves, everything starts aligning in my head, piece by piece. The missing scar, the wrong time of death, Daniel stepping into Thomas's finances, the coroner pushing me to sign, the way that man knew exactly where I'd be. This wasn't sudden, it was arranged. Mom, the driver says, you all right? No, I answer honestly, but keep driving. Minutes later, the bank comes into view. I pay in cash and step out, forcing my legs to move steadily. Inside it's quiet, controlled, orderly in a way the morgue wasn't. I need access to a safety deposit box, I tell the clerk. Thomas Ellis, I'm authorized. She checks the system, then nods. Yes, ma'am, right this way. The vault door is heavy, final. Inside the small room, she unlocks the box and leaves me alone. My hands don't hesitate this time. Inside, a stack of documents, neatly bound, copies of financial transfers I've never seen. Emails, printed, between Daniel and Dr. Hale. My chest tightens. There's also a USB drive, a small label written in Thomas's handwriting, if I disappear. My fingers close around it. My phone buzzes, unknown number. I already know this isn't Thomas. I answer anyway, holding the phone to my ear. A different voice this time, calm, controlled. You should have gone home, Margaret. I look up slowly, through the glass partition of the vault lobby. The black sedan has pulled up outside the bank. Doors opening. I turn back to the USB, spotting a public computer terminal in the corner. I don't think. I move, plug it in. The screen flickers, a video loads. Thomas appears, tired, serious, alive. If you're watching this, he says, Daniel has already made his move. Footsteps echo outside the vault door. Closer. There's something else you need to know about him. Thomas continues on the screen. The vault door handle rattles, and just as Thomas leans forward to speak, a hand clamps down hard on my shoulder. I react before I think. I twist hard, driving my elbow back into whoever grabbed me. There's a grunt, a stagger, enough space. I pulled free, my voice cutting through the vault room, louder than I knew I could still be. Call the police. The word police echoes, not just in the vault, but out into the bank. Footsteps stop, hesitate. I turn, clutching the USB in one hand, the stack of documents in the other, and push past the man as he recovers. He doesn't lunge again. Not here, not with people watching now. By the time I step into the lobby, 2 bank employees are already moving toward us, alarmed. What's going on? One demands. That man followed me, I say, steady enough to be believed. And I have evidence of fraud, of a falsified death. The word fraud lands differently. The man behind me doesn't speak, doesn't deny it. He just backs off. Someone calls the police. This time it isn't controlled, it isn't quiet, and that changes everything. The video finishes later in a small police office that smells like stale coffee and paper. Thomas sits on the screen, looking older than I remember. Tired, careful. Daniel figured out he could move everything faster if I was declared dead, he says. Accounts, property, all of it. Legal, clean, if no one questions it. The screen shifts. Emails, documents, recorded calls. Daniel's voice, Dr. Hale's confirmations, dates, transfers, proof. He needed someone to confirm the body. Thomas continues. Someone no one would question. Me. I sit there, and hands folded tight in my lap. I didn't think he'd move this soon, Thomas adds quietly. But if you're watching this, you saw through it, or you survived it. I exhale slowly. You should have told me, I murmur to the empty room. The consequences don't take long. Daniel is arrested within days. Fraud, conspiracy, attempted murder tied to the unidentified body used in the morgue. Dr. Hale loses everything, license, position, reputation, before the charges even settle. The story spreads, quiet at first, then louder. A 72-year-old woman identifying the wrong body and uncovering the truth behind it. They call me observant. They don't call it what it felt like. A trap I almost walked into. I see Thomas again 2 weeks later, not in a morgue, in a small, guarded room. He looks thinner, real, alive. For a moment, and neither of us speaks. Then he says, "Did you believe it was me?" I think about that single second. "Yes," I answer, and that was enough. He nods slowly. I reach into my bag and take out the death certificate. Across the front, stamped in bold red letters. Void. I slide it back inside. My phone buzzes. I glance down. A message from Thomas. Still not dead. I look up at him. For the first time since the morgue, I allow a small, controlled smile. "Next time," I say, meeting his eyes. "You tell me before the morgue does." And this time, he nods.